In a sweeping directive issued today, U.S. Defense Secretary Pete Hegseth intensified efforts to reshape the culture of the U.S. military's academic institutions by ordering an end to race, gender, and ethnicity considerations in admissions to the nation's service academies. Simultaneously, he mandated the removal of educational materials deemed divisive from military-affiliated libraries and schools. Effective with the next admissions cycle, the U.S. Military Academy at West Point, the U.S. Naval Academy, and the U.S. Air Force Academy will admit students based solely on merit, with no weight given to racial or gender identity. Athletic talent and prior military experience, however, may still be factored into the selection process. Only the most qualified candidates should lead our military, Hegseth wrote in a Pentagon memo. Merit, not identity, must drive readiness. This move follows similar actions earlier this year under President Trump's second administration, where the academies began phasing out affirmative action policies. The policy shift comes despite the U.S. Supreme Court declining to block race-based admissions at West Point in 2024, leaving the issue legally unresolved for military institutions. In a second memo, Pentagon official Timothy D. Dill directed military education centers to begin identifying and isolating library materials that address topics such as white privilege, diversity in the workplace, and gender expression. These materials will be reviewed by a panel of appointed educators and library staff to determine their final fate. The Pentagon's academic overhaul is part of a broader campaign outlined in Hegseth's foundational paper, Restoring America's Fighting Force, released upon his appointment. That agenda includes eliminating diversity, equity, and inclusion (DEI) programs, removing senior officers associated with such initiatives, and canceling cadet clubs and events centered on identity-based themes. While the administration frames the new policy as a return to a colorblind and meritocratic standard, critics argue that it systematically dismantles progress made toward representation and inclusivity within the armed forces. As the Pentagon continues to align its academic policies with the Trump administration's broader ideological goals, the implications for military culture and future leadership diversity remain uncertain.